Hello history fans, welcome to my historical baking show. I've even got a mic and everything now, I'm professional. So today we're going to attempt to make some Tudor Maids of Honour, which are some little tarts basically that were one of Henry VIII's favourite Tudor snacks. And the story goes that Henry VIII once saw Anne Boleyn and her maids of honour eating some tarts off a silver tray, and he had one and loved it so much that he took the recipe and had it locked in a box at Richmond Palace. So I'm following Prue Leaf's recipe from the Bake Off website, I believe, yep. And first we've got to make the curd cheese, which I'm very worried about. So let's give that a go. So first we have to bring the milk to a gentle boil and then add some salt and then take it off the heat and add the vinegar. So we're going to give that a go. Oh, wrong one. There we go. So while we wait for that to boil and do its thing, some more of the history of these. So one story even tells us that the maid who invented them was kept at the palace in order to make the tarts for the king and the royal household on demand or whenever they wanted. So by the 18th century, with the pass from Tudor to Stuart monarchs, a bakery in Richmond got their hands on the recipe. The first Richmond Maids of Honour shop belonged to John Billet. In the 18th century again, when the tarts became a fashionable feature of taking tea in Richmond, and then his apprentice Robert Newens then opened his own shop in 1850 with his son, when they then moved the shop into Kew in 1860, where you can still find it today. Okay, I think I'd say that's a gentle boil, wouldn't you? I'm not really sure, but we're going to go with it. So next we take the pan off the heat and stir in the vinegar and then leave it to stand for 5 minutes without mixing, so that the curds separate from the whey, which I think is going to look really gross. But we'll see, I might be wrong, you never know. Oh, it smells like, you know when you burn your porridge? I don't know if that's the smell you're familiar with, but that's what it smells like. Well, it's just burnt milk really, isn't it, I guess? Ugh, that looks gross. I don't know if you can see this, hang on. Let me zoom in a little bit. No, that doesn't help. Okay. Oh no, you can see it. There we go. Yuck. Actually, to be fair, that's quite clever. I didn't expect it to do that. So quickly, anyway. How weird is that? I've never seen that before. Okay, we've given that a good mix. Now we leave it for 5 minutes and then we pour it into a sieve to separate it. And then we have to leave it half an hour to cool. Do you know what? I didn't expect this to require so much patience. Oh well, there we go. I made curd cheese. Nice one, me. And it's at this point that the audio cuts out, so it serves me right for being proud of myself for actually getting a microphone and trying to make the audio good for you guys. But here we go. So the next few clips is going to be voiceover. So it's just me cheating with shop bought pastry, which I should have made it. I apologise for failing. But I then had to use a cup to cut out the circles because I didn't have a cookie cutter in just a circle shape. Because obviously I only have Christmas shapes. So yep, just poke it in the tray, there we go. And then I got one stuck in the cup lid, which I clearly thought was really important for you to see, because it's really funny. And this is what they look like on the tray, which is obviously really important for you to see as well. So there you go. And this next clip we're going to try and lip sync. So next we're going to do the lemon curd, which requires more boiling and patience, which I didn't really think about. No, I didn't think through it is what I said. I chose the Tudors because I thought they'd have more cakes and things like that, but obviously not. So let me know in the comments below if there's any other eras or any other recipes you'd like to see with food from history. We'll try and give it a go. And that was really bad lip syncing, but we're gonna pretend that the audio was working and I'm not having to do this because this isn't fun. So this is now making the lemon curd, which is butter, sugar and the zest and juice of a lemon. Really great shots there, Casey, well done. I will get better at the camera angles as well. It's my first one though, so we're gonna let it slide, hopefully. Well, I mean, I hope you are. But yeah, so then you melt all this down, and once it's melted, you add in your eggs, and you have to whisk it for at least 10 minutes until it looks like it's gonna look, hopefully in the next clip. Nope, okay, this next clip is me adding the eggs and then saying I'm gonna have to whisk it for 10 minutes. So the next one, the audio comes back, so goodbye. There we are, that looks like a lemon curd to me. So now we sieve the zest out and leave it to cool. So I'm going to try and sieve it one-handed. Come on. There we go. It smells really nice. I like lemon curd on toast. Does anyone else you see that, or is that a bit odd? No, I think it's normal. It's just like jam or something. Now we just sieve the zest out. So while we do that, some more facts about the original bakery. So during World War II, the Victorian building that housed the bakery, the one that Robert Newens moved to in 1860, was severely damaged by bomb attacks. So a 1947 surveyor's report described it as little more than a pile of rubble, the baker's oven charred and blackened bulk at its centre, which is a real shame because that historic building was just destroyed. This is not working. So I'm going to say there's nothing to actually sieve. Yeah, there's no... Mind you then, what happened to the zest? That's okay, we can just have zesty curd. I don't mind. Oh no, look. There we go. Okay, I just have to be a bit more tough with it. Ugh. There we go. Squash it through. Okay, I was being too soft with it. Okay. There we go. Now we have our sieved curd. Get it all off the bottom. Let's try some. Oh, that's yummy. I feel like it's probably quite a acquired taste, is that the word? It's quite sharp. You should try it with toast. So now we preheat the oven and then we make the filling, which no longer requires the boiling or the water, which is good. So we need the curd cheese, and then we need lemon zest, sugar, flour and 2 eggs, and we whisk together in a bowl until smooth. There we go. I've left a bowl over there. 2 seconds. So this camera, I can't get the angle right. You're just gonna have to half see me, half see the bake, I'm afraid. So we do the curd cheese, but I'm still really, really impressed. I've impressed myself with this, I think. Don't really want to taste it, to be honest. It kind of looks like scrambled eggs. But it's not, it's scrambled milk, I suppose. Okay. Move the curd, the lemon curd out of the way. Then we add the eggs, lemon zest, This is the zest of 2 lemons. If I remember, I'll either link the recipe I'm using, or I will link, hopefully, I'll put it on my blog. You never know, I might remember. Probably not though, so I would just go on the Bake Off's website and find it that way. Or follow along with me. Do that, follow along with me. So I'm just going to mix it a little bit, and then I'm supposed to whisk it. So 2 seconds. There we are, just had to wash the lemon curd off of my whisk. Do you think it's supposed to look like that? I guess so, because the cheese is lumpy. I can't figure out how to hold the whisk. What's the matter with me? I'm going to go and whisk it and then I'll come back. Okay, we're all good. I just needed to use a lot more power than I wanted to show on camera, because that doesn't look good. And there we go. So now we fill the pastry cases with a blob of curd and then a blob of the mixture. I'm going to come down here, maybe. Yeah, we'll do it like this. So then we put, ow, that was my knee on the floor. Ouch. So we put a teaspoon of lemon curd into each of the pastry cases. So after the destruction of World War II on the bakery, Robert's grandson decided to leave the army and then set to work on rebuilding his family's business, which is quite cute. And the building that he rebuilt in the 1940s went against the previous sort of elegance of the Victorian one, and actually the design is sort of like a fake Tudor one, so that it takes the tart back to its roots and gives it more of a historic home, I suppose. But I think that's quite nice that he decided to give it a Tudor design based on the origins. There we are. So, teaspoon of lemon curd in each, and then we pour the rest of the mixture in to the cases. So when we do this, you want it to be full but not like overflowing apparently. I'm just pretending to know what I'm doing. So we'll do a little bit in each and then go back with any extra. Because the worst thing is when you overfill your first few and then you have none left. Like when you're making little cupcakes and the first end up like huge muffins and the last ones are like tiny little baby cakes. Baby cakes. You just don't know. That's an inappropriate song to sing on a baking show, I'm sorry. But it said baby cakes, so couldn't help it. Oh, I have overfilled that one massively. See, this is what happens when you get distracted. You start singing inappropriate songs and overfilling your tarts. Nobody wants an overfilled tart. So, there we are. Now we bake them for 10 to 12 minutes. Sorry, that was really gross. I'll show you what they look like. Ta-da! So now we put them in the oven and hope that they come out okay. Serve me well, baking gods, please. Okay, so I've preheated the wrong oven because I forgot the one's too small for the tray. So we're going to rewind and come back in a few minutes. Nice one. I won't waste the electricity from the other oven though. I'm going to cook my lunch, which is a cheese and onion pasty. So, you know, we love pastry around here. Okay, good job I'm not on the actual bake-off. That would have been a disaster. In we go. 10 minutes to tidy up all the mess I've made. They're done. Let's see what they look like. Oh, falling over. It's all good. Oh, whoa. Definitely overfilled them. That's okay though. They're just a bit puffy. That's fine. Now I've got to try and get them out and onto a wire cooling rack. Do you think they just come out? Oh, they do. Okay. I need a little spoon thing. Let's try a big tablespoon. So now we let them cool and then we put some icing sugar on them. And I'm not sure Henry VIII or Prue would approve, but that's okay. So we've successfully made a lot of mess when putting the icing sugar on these, but they're finished. Like I said, I'm not sure Henry would approve, but I think they're quite nice. They're really nice and they're really lemony. I would definitely recommend if you like lemon custard tart. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what other bakes you'd like to see from history, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!